Hello, I'm going to be teaching you about the middle course of the river. Oh, right, here we see how the middle course of the river has gently sloping sides. Sides are gently sloping, it's not too steep. And it also has a wider, deeper channel of water. This is the water, this is the bank. Also, there is a fair bit of lateral erosion. This is when the sides of the bank are eroded, which give the river a wider channel. There are also meanders. Meanders are in the middle course of the river. This diagram shows how the water is faster on the outside lane of the river, and that is because the river has less friction against the deeper waters of the outside lane. This black stuff on the inside lanes shows deposition of all the rocks and other materials that are deposited on the meanders. This is an oxbow lake, or it is the beginning of one. It's what happens before one is made. You have your river, and it has a meander that's pretty severe, and the gap starts to really close in around here. The outside bends get closer until there's only a small bit of land left between the bends. This is called the neck, that small bit of land, right? Then the river breaks through this land and goes through. There was the bit, but now it's, now it just goes through here. And the river flows along the shortest course, which would mean not going through there, right? And then so eventually, through deposition, the meander is cut off because it goes through there. It never went through there, and so all the stuff is deposited in there, forming an oxbow lake, right? Now, I'm going to take you through the 4 processes of erosion using an orange on a string. The orange is going to represent rocks, different types of rocks, right? And the river will be represented by this bathtub full of water. So, this is traction, right? When large particles of water are pushed along the riverbed by the force of the water. They roll along the bottom. As you can see, it is rolling along the bottom, right? And then there's saltation, right? Saltation is when it bounces along the riverbed with the force of the water. The force of the water is going that way, that is the force of the water. And it bounces, as you do. Shoot. Then there's suspension, when small particles like silt and clay are carried along. It's like they're swimming underwater. That's suspension. And then there's solution. Solution is going to be represented by Ribena, right? These are not rocks. They're soluble materials. They could be rocks, but they're soluble materials, and they're carried through the water by dissolving. So to represent this, I'm going to show you how the soluble materials dissolve into the river and then are so carried into the river. Watch closely. So as you can see, it dissolves in the water and then it's carried through the water, and that is solution. And they are the 4 processes of transportation in the river. That is really all you need to know about the middle course of the river. Thank you for watching.